Barbara Kuriga.
This will be good.
E te tiamana tēnā Hurinoa ori paramata nei ngā mihi ki taumima katoa. It's a pleasure to take a call tonight, and I'm before you heard the chair of the Health Select Committee take a call, and he talked about how he and I had been at a seminar around the science of happiness. And I'm really happy to take a call because it's great to be up here and know that this is actually a record budget spend for health in New Zealand. 16.1 billion estimated 2016-2017, and that's great. That's 568 million up. So, you know, that is showing progress, and that is making us very happy. We've talked a lot about bowel screening tonight. You know, once implemented, a national bowel screening program is expected to screen over 700,000 people every 2 years. And we know that bowel screening saves lives by detecting cancers at an early age. And the danger age is often between age 60 to 74. So more than 80% of cancers that were picked up in the pilot were picked up between those aged between 60 and 74. So the sooner we can get on and the sooner we can get the screening done, we would have all lost good friends with bowel cancer in the past. So I think it's important that we get on with it. I think the other thing that's really important, you heard Minister Lotoinga talking before about vulnerable groups, and the 12 million that's been put into increased support for social services and primary care for people with mental health, I think is fantastic. I was also at our own field days recently at Mystery Creek, where we had Ministers Guy and Coleman announce another 600,000 towards mental health. You know, as a nation, and I talked before about the science of happiness. It's about that. It's about that comfort. It's about that collective thing. We talk about money, but I've never seen communities looking after each other like they have in this dairy downturn. And so I'm really pleased to see this extra money going into mental health. It's needed, and what I'm finding is actually the stigma is lifting. People are looking after themselves, and there was testament to that when I was in Hawera in August last year, and we had 480 people turned up to see John Kirwan in August, and you never get farmers out in August when it's cold and the cows are calving. That's right. So that's fantastic to see that money going, that extra money going into mental health. It's also really important to me supporting other vulnerable people. So every year, over 3,000 families in high incidence rheumatic fever areas benefit from Healthy Homes Initiative, and we also heard Minister Lotoinga talking about that before. So this is actually providing families with insulation, with curtains, with heating, with beds, with maintenance, ventilation advice, mould removal. So it's actually looking after our vulnerable people, which is extremely important, and saving them from getting rheumatic fever, which can have a large effect on the rest of their lives. I also want to mention during my call Pharmac. Pharmac's got a wonderful model of working out which medicines to fund, and it's great to see in the next 12 months $39 million going in to increasing extra drugs. And you know, it's that whole thing about Keytruda, Optivo, we've seen people. I've got a friend who's actually still alive now due to those drugs, who could have well been passed away by now, and it's a real achievement that extra money's going into Pharmac so that they're able to fund those drugs that they couldn't fund before, because they do a wonderful job of getting the best that we possibly can for our people. And last year, over 70,000 New Zealanders benefited from 41 new and wider access medicines. So that's just fantastic to see Pharmac being able to do that. So look, I'm very proud to be standing here taking a call. We are doing extremely well and starting to get some progress going on in health. We're starting to get primary health care closer to home. More funding has been going into the mobile buses, and I see those operating in my electorate and in rural parts of New Zealand, so that people don't have to make the effort to take the trip to the big hospital. We can have smaller versions of the health service actually come to them, very effective. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, I just want to wrap up